Hello, everyone. We're about to begin our webinar, but let me start by welcoming all leaders, co-leaders, team members, and volunteers to tonight's webinar, and thank you for joining us. This is Mary Bennis, Director of Membership Services, and I will be your host this evening. I'm going to go over a few housekeeping rules before we begin. Please note, your panel box states Eileen Hickey is speaking, but it's really Mary Bennis. Eileen's name appears because she is the administrator to our webinar settings. Speaking of Eileen, she asks me to let you know the Pleasantville and Poughkeepsie shops will be closed on Wednesday, and we ask that you check our website and Facebook pages for Thanksgiving office and shop hours. To begin, let me introduce myself again. My name is Mary Bennis, and I have with me tonight Amanda Benton, Manager of Marketing and Communications, Roberta Perego, Senior Product Sales Manager, and I have Deanna Armbruster with me as Technical Support. Tonight on the agenda is a membership update, Stars of the Hudson Patch, Council Patch programs, create your own badge, new outdoor badges, and the new cookie pilot program. I want to remind you to please type your questions into the question log as we go along, and we will address them after each section. If we cannot answer all your questions tonight, we'll post them on the website as a Q&A. This slide is a reminder that here at Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson, we wanted to support each and every service unit to reach their 2015 girl membership goal. And together, we believe we can reach 32,000 girl members. Currently, we have 2,434 troops, led by 3,746 volunteer leaders. This is important to know because we have over 600 girls waiting to join troops. And I'm certain that you'll all agree there is so much to offer girls via the troop pathway. A great big congratulations to West Point for being our first service unit to exceed their girl membership goal, and to Bronxville for being the second service unit to reach their girl goal for the 2014-15 membership year. We thank all of you for working so diligently to recruit new volunteers and girls, and know that winter recruitments are already underway throughout our 7-county region. We are looking forward to congratulate many, many more service units as they reach their 2015 girl membership goal. If you need any support in your winter recruitment efforts, please contact any one of your community development managers. So has your troop earned the Girl Scout Heart of the Hudson Stars of the Hudson Patch? If not, visit our website at girlscoutshh.org and click on Forms. Scroll down to S for Stars of the Hudson. You will find both a manual submission form and a fillable form. Use the one that's easiest for you, but remember your service unit manager's signature is required before submission. So print out the form, have her sign it, and send it to us. If you do not have a service unit manager, please send to one of your membership services managers, and she will be able to sign the form for you. We then ask you to mail directly to Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson, 2 Great Oak Lane, Pleasantville, New York, 10570, or fax to 914-747-4263. For troops to qualify for the current year, submissions are due no later than July 30th. Every girl will receive a large star the first year at no cost to the troop, and a small star each year after at no cost to the troop. If for some reason you need to replace these stars, you can purchase the large star for $1 and the small star for 50 cents by connecting with Ann Chow. So visit our website to find out if you are a Stars of the Hudson Troop. Please feel free to contact any one of your membership services managers if you have questions. But if you have any questions now, please type them into your question log, and I will try to answer them. Are there any questions? Please type them into the question log if you have not already done so. We are going to give you a few minutes to type any questions you may have up to this point. And if you think of a question after this webinar, please email it to any one of your presenters, and we'll get back to you. We will have all our names again on a slide shortly. So we're checking the questions. What is the star patch for? Okay, if you go to the website and you click on documents, forms and documents, and you scroll down to S, you'll actually see the troop application, Stars of the Hudson. What you could call it an honor troop, you could call it a well-rounded troop. It's an ideal way, if you ever want to check it out on the website, it really is an ideal way for especially a new troop to say, am I providing a well-balanced troop experience? And read through it. It talks about the Girl Scout leadership experience. It asks if the troop participated in an international activity, if the troop participated in a community service activity, if the troop attended a Girl Scout community or council event, if the troop went on a field trip. So those are the kinds of questions that you'll need to answer. Again, July 30th, I believe I said, was the deadline for this year. Approximately how many troops qualify for Stars of the Hudson? I don't have that exact number with me. I can certainly get it to you. But we have many troops who each year, the first year they get the large star, and then each year after it's a small star that you would sew on around the large star. To just show everyone and that your troop is really, that you as a troop leader and the girls are providing a well-rounded Girl Scout experience. Do your girls get a new large star when they move to the next level? That's one of the reasons why you might decide to purchase one. If the girls get the star when they're, say, first year juniors, second year they'll get another star, and then they're bridging to cadets. Quite often we don't want to take those stars off their vests. So if you wanted to, you could purchase a large star for their cadet vests, and then the little stars that they've earned around it. Let's see. Can a Juliet participate? I would say yes. You can certainly call any one of your membership services managers, and I think we can certainly help you through the process in order for a Juliet or an individual member to earn the star. Yes, someone's asking if this whole recording, we are recording this and we will put it on the website just like we did the October 27th regional meeting. So yes, it will be available to you. I have a question. Is Stars of the Hudson considered an earned award and placed on the front? No, it's placed on the back. Okay, I think we've gotten to all the questions on Stars of the Hudson. I thank you for providing us with those excellent questions. Next on the agenda is Amanda Benton, Manager of Marketing and Communications, to speak to Council Patch Programs.
Hello. The next topic for today, as Mary just introduced, is council-owned patches. These are patches that we have designed as a council to meet the needs and interests of our girls so they can continue to have new experiences and master new skill sets. These patches have requirements just like badges and are designed to supplement the materials offered by GSUSA. Our council currently offers 20 different patches, and on your screen you can see a sampling of what some of those might be. If we're going to click on this link, and I'm going to walk you through it, and once this is on our website, you should be able to follow the link there as well. You find the requirements on our website at girlscoutshh.org by going to the main website, clicking on Programming, and then in this section, you'll see a part that says Council-Owned Patches. As you scroll down the page, you'll see a short description of what each of these patches is. And if you click on the name of the specific patch that you're interested in, you'll see the steps for earning that patch. Unless otherwise specified, Council-Owned Patches can be earned by any age level, assuming it is in line with safety activity checkpoints. So, for example, we do have an archery patch, which can only be earned by those in 3rd grade and up, because only girls in 3rd grade and up may participate in archery, according to safety activity checkpoints. Council patches can be purchased either on our website or in any of our council shops and should be worn on the back of the vest once earned. Moving on, so in addition to the patches that our council has created as supplemental materials, if your girls have specialized interests that they want to explore further on their own, they also have the ability to create their own badge from scratch. In this process, a girl can become expert in that area and design her own badge requirements. This is an opportunity open to brownies, juniors, cadets, seniors, and ambassadors, and gives them the ability to pursue their own interests, either individually or as a troop. To get started, you're going to go to gsmakeyourown.com, or you can go to the main GSUSA website, which is girlscouts.org, and search for Make Your Own Badge, and it will be the first link to pop up. From there, it'll walk them through 4 steps. Pick a topic, explore that topic, practice a skill set within that topic, and then share what they've learned with an adult. Once they've earned the badge, they then have the chance to design it. Using that same website, they can choose images and colors that represent what they have accomplished. They will need to create an account to do so, so make sure an adult is involved in the process. They can then place an order for the badges to be delivered, and I hear it takes about 2 weeks for those to show up. And these badges should be worn on the front of the vest or sash, just as any other GSUSA earned badge would be. They can also design and print out a certificate online to show that they have gone through this process. And they are permitted to do this once per year. So they can do it every year for 11 years if they have that many special interests that they would like to pursue. The last thing I'm going to be connecting with you today is something a lot of you have hopefully already heard about. GSUSA is currently in the process of creating a new outdoor badge, one at each age level that currently earns badges. So that would be brownies, juniors, cadets, and seniors. And rather than selecting the topics themselves, they are asking all currently registered Girl Scouts to get involved with the selection and creation process. So they have set up a voting system. As I have said, this first round of voting is already open, where girls are selecting the overarching theme of the badges. The choices right now are survival, environment, and recreation. The polls have been open since November 1st and will remain open until the end of the month. So if your girls have not already voted, please encourage them to do so. The link to vote can be found on our homepage under announcements. Also, any girls visiting our shop or office are welcome to come in and vote with us. We have voting stations set up where they can talk to one of our staff members. I am going to ask you all to take a quick poll right now, just asking whether or not you have had the opportunity, or the girls in your troop have had the opportunity to participate in the voting process. So if you could just answer that question on your screen, I'm going to leave it open for a couple of 30 seconds or so.
%75 of you have already voted. We'll leave it on for another 30 seconds. %81 of you have voted.
So you should be able to see on your screen the results of the poll. As you can see, 31% of your girls have had the chance to already vote and 69% have not. So we encourage those of you who have not yet had the opportunity to share that with the girls in your troop, so please encourage them to get involved with that. Once the main theme is selected in this first round of voting, girls will then be able to vote for the specific skill set that they're interested in. So, for example, if recreation wins, cadets may choose from high adventure, skiing, or water sports. These are just examples, as GSUSA has not yet announced what the subcategories will be. The second round of voting will open early in December and also be open for 1 month. Once the badge is selected, GSUSA will use a focus group of girls and leaders to decide what the badge looks like and what the steps will be for completing and earning that badge. The new badge will be announced on March 12, 2015, and will be available for purchase and to earn next membership year. Girls are encouraged to vote as many times as they want, so point them in the right direction and let them help decide the future of Girl Scout badges. Does anyone have any questions? The vote is open to, the question was, does the vote go out to all girls or just leaders? The vote is actually not open to leaders. It is only open to girls, and it is open through daisies all the way through ambassadors, because even though daisies are not getting a badge, they recognize that they will be earning them the following year or 2 years as brownies. So that vote is open to them, and they will be selecting overall. So it won't be like it'll be recreation for brownies, survival for cadets. It'll be one overarching theme for all age levels. Is there a log of make your own badges to see if someone has already created that? No. The idea of a make your own badge is that it is individual or troop specific so that they can go through that process of creating a badge from scratch. And even if it does match a skill set of someone that's done something in a different service unit or even in a different state, the idea is we want these girls to take the opportunity to make something all of their own. I think the girls or leaders question is referring to the voting again, and that should be the girls who are voting. Are there any other questions? I'm going to give you guys a second.
So you should type the question into your question log. And of course, as always, if you think of a question after this webinar, you can email it to any one of your presenters and we'll get back to you. We will show our names again on the slide shortly.
All right, I am now going to pass it over to Roberta Perego, our Senior Product Sales Manager.
Hello, everybody. We do have some hot cookie news tonight. As many of you have been asking for a gluten-free cookie, we now have a gluten-free cookie pilot to offer you. Little Brownie Bakers, our cookie supplier, has responded to the many requests from girls across the country for a gluten-free cookie for their customers and in many cases for themselves, because there are many Girl Scouts throughout the country and in our own council who cannot eat foods containing gluten. These girls can sell the cookies, but they can't eat them. Happily, this year, they will be able to do both. This is a pilot program which will be reviewed at the end of the year. The name of the new cookie is Toffee-tastic, and they are, just like this description on your screen tells you, they are quite good. They taste a little bit like a pecan sandy, except they have the toffee crunch in them that pecan sandies don't. We have some details that we can share with you tonight. This was a special order for us that we had to place early in the fall. The cookies had to be ordered in specific quantities, and we cannot reorder. It was a one-time order deal. All of that is to say that we have a limited supply of these cookies. And since the supply is limited, the Toffee-tastics will not be on the girls' order cards. Please share this information with your leaders now, and leaders should share it with the parents and the girls in the troop so that they can start telling people they know who need gluten-free cookies, and they can be prepared to give you an order in January, early February. Troops will be placing their orders sometime in February. A few more details. In January, we will have a procedure available to you for troops to order, and that procedure will appear on our website. We'll have it in Currents, and it will be a topic at the Service Unit Cookie Share training. There will be a date and a time for the orders to begin, and we will supply on a first-come, first-served basis. Our goal is to make this pilot as fair to all as possible. The cookies will be delivered to the regional offices in late April, and troops will need to pick them up at a regional office. Gluten-free cookies are costlier to make, and thus the cost to the consumer will be higher than other Girl Scout cookies. Toffee-tastic will sell for $5 a package. The cost to troops during this pilot will be the same as the cost of the other cookies. And we have another short poll for you of just 2 questions about this pilot. And Amanda's going to launch that now. We'll give another minute or so to answer the first question.
We have 70% of you have voted. We'll give you another few seconds. Okay, so as you can see on your screen, 10% of you have had lots of requests, 52% have had a few, 39% have not had any. So that means 62% of you probably know people or have girls in your troops who know people who need gluten-free cookies. And let's put the next poll up, the next question. So now we'd like to know if you think your troop will be ordering any of these cookies. We're actually pretty excited about this pilot because we have had several requests, and we know that more and more people are going gluten-free. So we're pretty excited about being able to offer this to you. 64% have voted, so please continue voting.
Okay, we're at 72%. We'll just go a little higher. I know some of you are probably thinking, and that's good. Okay, so with 74% of people voting, we have 59% of you who expect to order some of these cookies and 41% who don't. So that's good information for us to have. I want to say one more time that this is a pilot for both the bakery and for our council. So after the cookie season, Little Brownie will determine if the pilot needs a second year or if they have enough information to make a final decision about keeping a gluten-free cookie in the line or not. If Little Brownie again offers the gluten-free in 2016, we will have to make the decision as to whether we participate, and if we do, the procedure could be a little bit different. So let's see if we have any questions about the gluten-free cookie.
Is there a limit per troop?
We haven't finalized that. We don't have the final procedure yet. I'm not sure if there will be a limit or not, but that will be in the final procedure.
This was just a comment that said, I think they will do really well. I sent someone to Massachusetts last year and bought 5 cases of them. They taste really good.
Okay, well, I think you'll be ordering then.
How much profit will go towards the troop?
It'll be the same profit as it is for the other cookies. You will pay us $3.30 a box like you do for the others and get 70 cents profit, unless you qualify for the additional 5 cents because your initial order has surpassed last year's or equaled last year's. So your profit will be the same.
Do we need to place the order for these cookies before the cookie season starts?
Yes, you will have to place it in February, and it will most likely close prior to the beginning of the initial order.
Is there a list of ingredients posted?
That's a very good question. I believe that there is. We'll look into that. We can certainly get that for you.
I noticed a question come up while Roberta was speaking about the previous topic, so I'm going to go ahead and answer that now as well, which was talking about the ability to get the voting information to the girls when we send our emails to the parents and the leaders, which is a fair point. We did mail out the voting link to all senior and ambassador girl members, so all those age 13 and up, which is the target group that we are able to contact. But just as with any programming opportunity which is aimed at the girls, we do rely on the parents and troop leaders to pass that information down to those who it applies to. If anyone has any questions on any of the topics that we've had tonight, for Mary, Roberta, or myself, please continue typing those in, and we will be answering those. Roberta, this one's for you. Will there be an email that goes out, or how do we know when to order or who to contact to order?
You will need to look at currents in let's see, January, probably in the February currents, but make sure you check currents each time it comes out. Look at headlines and happenings after the first of the year for this and other cookie news that we will put in on Fridays. We will be doing an email through eBuddy as well. We're going to try and get this information out in every way we can think of. It will be posted on the website. There will probably be on the homepage of the website an announcement that about when the dates are. So you should be able to see it. I expect that when we have our service unit cookie training in January. We will have the procedure finalized, and we will have the dates available to them so that they can pass them on to the leaders.
This one's also for you, Roberta. How quickly will you know if there is enough supply to fulfill your gluten-free cookie orders?
We will know when we get the orders in. It's really a gamble for us. We hope that we have enough to satisfy everybody. If we don't have orders for all that we have, then they will be available for cookie booths. But if we run out of them based on the orders that come in, then they won't be available for cookie booths.
And Christine just wants to confirm that it's first come, first serve?
It is first come, first serve, yes. There will be a date for you to start. There will be a special email that you will send us. So we will have the emails that will be date and time stamped in our emails. It'll be kind of like if you've ever signed up for a cookie booth on eBuddy, you know ahead of time, several days ahead of time when it's going to open. So everybody can be at their computer and send us an email at that point. That's why we want to get the information out. We want you to talk to your families so that you'll be ready when that opens.
And Mary had a question about the price. We're selling them for $5, and then how is that profit broken down? The troop keeps 70 cents?
Yes, it's just like all the other cookies.
And then council gets $4.30
yes.
to be given back to Little Brownie Baker to keep within council and to supply the awards and recognitions.
Right. Now these cookies, as I said, they're costlier to bake, so they're costing us a lot more than the other cookies are.
What is the difference between the cookie training you mentioned in January and the December 10th cookie event in Highland?
Both of those are just for service unit cookie chairs and service unit managers. The December event is not a training. We do give out some information. We have some discussion back and forth, and it's largely a social evening. But you do get some good information, but it is certainly not a thorough training, which the January training is.
Will troops be placing orders for gluten-free cookies in full cases or by the box?
We anticipate it will be by the box. That's one of the things that's not finalized yet, but most likely it will be by the box.
I would like to remind those of you out there who are listening, if you've opted out of some of our emails and you're not receiving headlines and happenings, or you're not receiving currents, I ask that you connect with Dorothy Forcina. That's DFORCINA at girlscoutshh.org, and let her know that you have at some point opted out, maybe thinking it was a GSUSA email, but we want to get you back in again so that you receive all the necessary information that you need.
We do have one more question asking about the ability for advanced advertising of cookie sales for gluten-free cookies. Is this something they're permitted to start promoting now and telling people that we're going to be offering?
Yes, you can tell people now.
There was a press release released about the gluten-free cookies as well. If you want to use that, you can find it on the product sales and cookies page of the website if you do want to use that to share the information about the gluten-free cookie.
Are there any other questions before we move on? Okay, well, we're going to move on. Okay, so come join us on January 26, 2015 for our next regional meeting webinar where council connections are made possible. We need you to look, listen, and learn from some of Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson staff. Watch for headlines and happenings to register. To all service unit team members, remember our face-to-face December regional meetings are coming up. I ask that you contact any one of your membership services managers to RSVP. In the north, it is Amanda Monty or Deanna Armbruster. In the south, it is Pat Elwell or Laura Cornelis. And it is important that you RSVP so we're prepared for you. So if you get a chance to look at the screen, here are some of the topics we are working on. Again, state of the membership, financial procedures, communication and fund development, volunteer development, community recruitment, 2015 camp program, retail business operations, and properties and risk management information. So again, all of you are invited to attend our January regional webinars. And for the service unit team, please come out for the December regional meetings, which are face-to-face. You can see today's presenters on your screen. Mary Bennis, Director of Membership Services. You can reach me at mbeniss@girlscoutshh.org. Amanda Benton, Marketing and Communications. A. Benton, BENTON, @girlscoutshh.org. Or Roberta Perego, Senior Product Sales Manager at rperego@girlscoutshh.org. And we're going to stop for a moment. We have another question. Who is working on the camp program?
Depending on your definition of who is working on the camp program. Octavia Ford is still the Director of Programs, so she oversees all 3 of the camps. The camp directors from last year will be returning to each of those camps. So it'll be Katrina Dearden, who is one of our program managers at Rock Hill, Rebecca Westall, who is another one of our program managers at Rocky Brook, and Ruth Travato, who was the assistant camp director for 2 years and the camp director last year at Camp Addison Boyce. The camp brochure itself will be available, I believe, December 11th on our website, and registration will open up in mid-January.
Also, if you missed the introduction, you know that this is Mary Bennis, and I know your panel says Eileen Hickey is talking. Her name appears because she is the administrator to our webinar settings. However, if you have any additional questions, please type them in now. We'll be happy to answer your questions. Please remember your presenters are on the screen. Jot down our email addresses if you think of any questions as you move into the week. Do we have any more questions, Amanda?
None right now.
Okay. So I want to tell you thank you again for attending. Have a wonderful night. We look forward to you joining our next webinar to be held on Monday, January 26, 2015, from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. A survey question will be provided to you very shortly, so please do not disconnect until you have provided us with your feedback. Your feedback is very important to us. And we again thank you for joining us. And we have another question.
It's actually a comment. It just says, Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. So thanks, Peggy.
That's nice.
Happy Thanksgiving
Happy
to all of
Thanksgiving
you.
to all of you. And to all a good night. Please give us your feedback. Thank you.